What's up? What's up? Love and light, peace and blessings. It is your girl, Catalea, and welcome to Catalea's World. I know I've been gone for a while, y'all. So I gotta give y'all the little bit of rundown about what's been happening with the happening. So y'all won't be like Catalea, where you been? You just fall off the face of the earth. What's up, water sniper? Hey, I have to talk to you in a minute. You just fall off the face of the earth, y'all. I know I told y'all your girl was about to be very consistent with y'all. And let me tell you, so much has happened. And y'all know I've been consistent. Okay. Thank you, Water Sniper. I've been hella consistent, hella doing my thing, hella on this in these YouTube streets. But let me tell y'all what happened. So there's gonna be a little bit of a story time, right? So basically, I guess you could say I was getting to know somebody for a while, and I was really into them, and it had been like 8 months or whatever, and it was like nothing was progressing, like nothing was progressing. So I'm like, damn, you know, I made I guess you would say I made the conscious decision to just be like, not saying like I'm not cool with you or no more. I still care. I'm still down for you or whatever, but to kind of like make I guess you could say like a, a conscious, how do you want to put it? Like a conscious thought to just be like, okay, Catalea, clearly that person uh just want to be by themselves, and that's cool. So maybe you should just vibe on your frequency, and you know what I mean, just work on you. So that was a little bit disheartening for me, so I had to kind of like go into my level of seclusion, because of course, like when you really is down and you really ready for something and somebody else is not, it can be hard. Like, I'm not saying I was like ready to jump into a relationship, but I was more so ready to at least like maybe like see where it could go, like have these type of conversations. But it just wasn't going that way. So because it wasn't going that way, I was just like, let me take a step back and just do me for a minute, and just reevaluate, and recalibrate my mind. So boom, I did that. Then, of course, it's summertime in Houston, y'all. It's summertime in Houston. Me and my brother, we just reconciled. Okay, boom, that happened. My daughter was graduating. That happened. She just turned 18. That happened. Y'all know it was just so much compiled on top. And I'm like, summertime in Houston, getting out there, networking, meeting cool ass, dope ass people. Y'all, I made some bomb ass connections from not just being at home, because y'all know I just been at home, just really for the last what, since January, um working on me, being celibate, just chilling, just not really vibing with nobody, meditation, reading all type of books, going out to eat here and there, stuff in my mouth. And I gained a lot of weight, okay. Y'all know how tiny your girl was, okay? I don't know if y'all know, but I think I was like 125, right? I was 125. And now I'm 153. Okay? Your girl getting a little thickums. I call myself slim thick now. 153. So, 5'7", 153 with the thick old thighs, looking real good. So, anyways, so I gained a little bit of weight, you know what I mean? And I just honestly, I got myself like spiritually in alignment for just the longest. I wasn't dating. I wasn't, I was talking to someone, but that person just lived in a whole nother state. So they were like, slim thick. Yep. So they were like kind of, far away. So it wasn't like that person was close to me and I could touch, hug, feel touch, whatever. It was like, you in a whole nother far away land. So I really just was like focusing on me, and that was cool. Like that was amazing. And so, made a lot of connections, like being out and about. made some amazing connections, met some great people, um, really prominent people in the H town. Yep, them crab legs. Yep, there's some prominent people in the H town, and just really been honestly, I've just been in a good place, like just cultivating sisterhood, and so I really been, deep diving. I started back dating for a little bit, and that didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. I clearly realized why your girl is single and why I'm not out here dating, because it's a whole nother like caliber. Like, it's just different. It's nothing, I'm not gonna tell y'all my age, but I'm a woman of a certain age. So I'm used to dating like 90s and late 90s, early 2000s, that's my type of vibe, and it's a whole nother ballgame. So of course, y'all know I went through this little stance, y'all, where I was just so angry and just upset, like with just the situation and the caliber of men and the caliber of women out here. So, it's just so much going on when you think about, the man and the woman type of relationship. And I felt myself just being so angry about it, y'all. Just angry because it's like, damn, it's so weird that it's really good people out here, like, to sit and not only watch a lot of people put down women, and specifically melanated women, and then to literally go through these situations with people and have to like consistently, like, I almost feel bad, for the brothers. And not saying like it's they just like they're victims or whatever, but I almost felt bad for them, because it really must suck to consistently and constantly think somebody gonna do you wrong, or to always be on defense, or always be, looking for the bad and looking for somebody to do something bad to you, or looking for somebody to not be genuine and not be who they are, and looking for somebody to be jealous, looking for somebody to compete, looking for, like, to me, that must be sad to be feeling that way. I was telling my girls today, like, I almost feel bad. So honestly, this whole week, y'all, I really like have been searching, because I had got to this point where everything was so peaceful with me, right? I had got to this point of just internal peace with myself, like really in gratitude. I'm still there. I'm still in gratitude. I'm still in internal peace. Like, but I had got into that mode to where um just really peaceful with myself, really loving myself, really appreciating others, loving others, trying to, just be me, be the light that just shines so bright and beautiful in the world. And I had, embraced that, but getting back out in the world and, just being around people, and because I haven't really been around a lot of people in so long, it was challenging, I must say. It was very challenging because it's so many hurt and unhealed people, men and women. It's so many out there, and it's so hard, to be around somebody like me, or, I brag on Ayana all day. I'm gonna brag on Ayana all day, and of course my girls in my goddess group, but I can't physically be around them. I wish I could. I wish I could physically be around y'all ladies, but I brag on Ayana all day because she's so much. Like, I see, like, I'm older, of course, so I see like so much of me in her, because it's like it's so easy to be around her. It's so like she's so loving and so giving and so genuine, and it's so hard to meet people like that, like to really physically in the flesh meet people who don't want anything from you, people who are very genuine, who are very kind, who are very loving, and just be who they are. Like, I'm me. This is me. Like, not trying to hide or put on a facade or not trying to hurt somebody or guard somebody, you know. And that was just a blessing. But on the flip side, you know, I've had a few experiences where it's hard being around me. You get what I mean? I'm somebody, and this is not to toot my horn or nothing, but you know, I just like put the props on Ayana because that's how she is. So it's kind of hard, you know, for somebody who maybe experiencing hurt or pain or that has been through hurt or yes you are right, and that's, you know, some being around somebody like who has experienced hurt, who's went through pain and heartache and, you know, anything like that, somebody who either they went through it or they're currently going through it. It's not going to be easy to be around me. You get what I mean? Because I I don't care about none of that. Like I love on people. I'm not guarded. You know how people are seriously guarded. Like, oh my God, you know, I'm just gonna guard myself because I think you're gonna hurt me and harm me. You know, I'm not guarded. Um, pretty open, pretty loving, pretty kind, pretty positive to everybody like that I come in contact with. The only way that you will see me like get out of character or, you know, not really want to be around somebody or deal with somebody or talk about somebody is, you know, yeah, we love like we never been hurt. Exactly. Is to the only way you'll ever see me do that is if after I've given them multiple opportunities and I'm like, damn, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not. We not finna fight about nothing. Like, I don't have time. I'm too old for this. I don't got time for this shit. Like, I'm not finna go back and forth with you. We ain't about to have no. I could totally care, right? I could totally care. I could totally love you and all of that. But that don't mean I gotta stick around and deal with some BS. Like, I'm just not going to. So that's like the only time that I'll do that. But what I will do as I'll try like to still support you from a distance, of course. From a distance. I'll still try to support you and honor you and if I talk to you, still be in good spirits, no hard feelings, you know. I try not to take anything personal, y'all. Like I literally realize that people go through what they go through and they may treat you however they may treat you, and 9 times out of 10 it's not even you, and you not even a reason why they act like that or they treat you the way they treat you. It's all about like their life experiences, what they've been through, past hurts, past trauma, things that they thought that they got over and they really hadn't got over. Some people may have gotten over some shit, but they're hella protective over their energy and over their space, and you know, so everybody has a different world, and that's one of the things I want to talk about, like everybody having a different world, right? We think we all live in the same world, right? Let's talk about some esoteric knowledge. You think you live in the same world as me. I think I live in the same world as you, right? Well, I don't. Like I have a different mentality, but let's just for the sake of this, right? Let's just say I think I live in the same world as you. You think you live in the same world as me. But that's not necessarily true, right? I want you to think about it this way. When you come into the world, right? When you come through your mother's portal, you come through that portal alone. Unless you are a twin, and you might come into the world with your twin, with your soulmate. I call twins soulmates and twin flames, but not in a you know weird kind of way, if you know what I mean. So you may, you know, it may be two souls that portal into the world together, but even still, you're still on your own life path journey, right? And when you leave, a lot of times twins, they don't leave the world together. They may leave the world close together. Like I've seen twins who one passed away one day, and then 2 weeks later, the other one couldn't take it no more and passed away by natural causes. I've seen things like that. But ultimately, when we come into the world, we come into the world alone. When we leave the world, we leave the world alone. Before we come into the world, we have a mission and a purpose that we have to accomplish, right? So when you get here, Nobody has ever had your experience in life. Your experience in life is one of a kind. It's unique. Maybe a couple things may have happened to somebody that happened to you, but nobody has ever experienced your life like you. Not one soul, not one person can ever say that they have experienced your life, right? So that means that your world is innately unique to you. You get what I mean? Your world is based off of your life experiences, your upbringing, right? Your perception, what you feel in your heart, the way you think, all the different programs that you've been programmed and manipulated into. So everybody's world is different, right? So how you see things is not going to be how I see things. What you've been through is not going to be what I've been through. So I really have to sit back and I think about it that way, right? And I remember I was having a conversation with someone. I'm not going to say any names. And this conversation could have went very deep, you know. This conversation could have went very deep, but it went kind of like the opposite. But the thing about it is, I'm not a belittling type of person. So I just sit back and listen. I'll be like, okay, that's your perception. But in my mind, I'm like, damn, that's sad. You know, that's very sad. So I remember having this thing too, and I was saying to someone that we are all connected. Literally, we are all connected. Every single being here on earth is a part of source, is a part of source, right? Especially if you have a soul. Not everybody has a soul, but that's a whole nother conversation and a whole nother topic. But for those who have a soul, right? For those who have a soul, those who are connected to source, we are all one. We are all equal. We are all unique. We all are having different experiences, different times, different, levels to catch up, right? And so I'm going to kind of start with a foundation, right? And then I'm going to work my way up so you guys can understand what I'm saying. So, the younger me, right? The younger me was, how do you say, very meek and humble and very uh, quiet and how do you put it? Not quite around my family, but around other people. I was quiet, timid, rigid, you know. That was me younger, right? And then got bullied a lot. And then once I got bullied a lot, you know, I didn't like it. So I learned how to fight. And when I learned how to fight, I was fighting on everybody. Like, you couldn't even look at me the wrong way. You couldn't say the wrong thing. I was like, what's up? You want this smoke? Like, Then I turned into the hood girl, right? And I was like, what's good? I'm from the projects, baby. You know what I mean? What's up? Like, y'all want some weed? I'm selling it right here. Okay. Want a little pill? I got you. Like, I was that type of girl. Like, I was the girl around all the boys, had a whole bunch of boy cousins, acting up rowdy, drinking, sneaking out the window of my parents' house. I wasn't having sex because I wasn't interested, but I was like, I was a little hood chick, kind of a little tomboyish, and was ready for the smoke, y'all, ready for the smoke. By the time I turned 17, I became real spiritual. I started getting real tapped in. I told y'all my story. Y'all know my story. Started on my spiritual journey actually as a young age, like really young. I knew I was clairvoyant from a young age, but I really got deep into my spirituality about 17 years old. And I got married at 17. Calmed the fuck down. Had my first child at 19. When I had my first child at 19, I went into another level of life, right? So then I'm calm, I'm chill, I'm spiritual. I'm on my, I'm on my Erykah Badu, India Arie, incense burning. I've always wore African clothes. This just been me from the beginning. So I'm on that kick. And then as time goes by, I elevate. I elevate each and every time with each and every age, meaning that I upgrade in frequency, right? That I upgrade in vibration, right? So that's what I mean by I'm no greater than you and you're no greater than me, right? And I'm having this conversation and I'm telling somebody like I'm not better than anybody. I've probably done did half of the shit, most of the shit that most people done did. So I'm no greater than you. So this person is arguing with me. Like they're like, oh, so I would never put my hands on a woman, and because I would never put my hands on a woman and this person over here would, I know I'm better than them. I'm a better man because I would never put my hands on them. Or because, I went to school and I got this degree or whatever and this person didn't. I'm a better man because I'm like, no, you're not thinking logically, because in life, we all have to graduate. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I don't care what you've been through, what you went through in the past. I don't care what you have not been through. We all have to elevate in this thing that we call life, right? We all have to elevate in frequency and in vibration. Some of us don't, you know? Some of us, hold on, y'all. Okay, so sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. So, anyways, so yeah, so I was trying to explain that, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to explain the fact that, we all elevate like in some type of way, and that's what makes the doors, somebody's at the door. That's what makes me not being no better than you and you not being no better than me. You get what I mean? That's what makes it that. And so, I was really like trying to have that conversation, and I was just sitting back, just looking like, damn, you know, that's crazy to me. And this is some of the things that, we have to deal with, in society. Like we have to literally see where everybody is, and it doesn't mean that I'm better than you or you better than me. It just, this is why the world is the way it is. And it just made me understand, like when one of the people that I was talking to, and they said that, they would rather be at home. Like they like to build like their home into their sanctuary with everything in it that they could ever possibly want, or that they could ever possibly need, because it's so much. You're dealing with so many different energies, and you're dealing with so many different people. You get what I'm saying, in the world. And I don't choose to live my life that way, but I think that it makes me want to be in the world in increments and doses. You know what I mean? That's why I'm an ambivert. I don't know if y'all know what an ambivert is, but an ambivert is somebody who is also an extrovert and an introvert. They're both. That means that when they need to replenish themselves, they go into seclusion, and when they're ready to give and to walk into their purpose and be of a help, then they can be extroverted. So that's me. I'm both. I'm an introvert and an extrovert, but I still need like my time to recharge and things like that. Okay, so that's what's been going on with me. Another thing that's been going on with me is the fact that my Facebook got hacked. So I really haven't been on here like that much, because as you guys know, when I go live, right, I go live on all of my social media platforms at once. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I have two different Facebook accounts. I have my Facebook business page, and then I have my regular Facebook page. And I'm working on getting some software and things like that where I can actually be on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube all at once, all at the same time. This is no big deal that my vast audience is on Instagram. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to integrate all of them at once, because, I have 30,000, almost, I think I do have 30,000. I have like 30,000 followers on Instagram. And so I'm trying to integrate all of them together, you know. You guys have been amazing. When I first started building this YouTube channel about 2 years ago, it was popping. It was on and popping, but so much stuff has happened in my life. And some people may look at it as, oh, I took a big L. Um, some people may look at it like, damn, Catalea, you took a huge L. Like, you know, you took a big loss. But honestly, to be really honest with y'all, I feel like I did not take a L. I feel like the L was needed for me to gain in spirituality what I needed to gain in spirituality, right? I feel like I needed to take that L. You get what I mean? I needed to sit down. I needed to write only lessons, exactly, Ebony. I needed to sit down and I needed to really sit back and analyze life. And I had to literally, I had to put my heart back together, you know, because so much trauma that I dealt with since I was a kid, and relationship losses. I think one of my biggest, people think that my biggest relationship loss was my marriage, and it wasn't. My marriage was like never no real marriage. Like it was like one of them kind of like, oh, I'm pressured so that I'm not living in sin type of thing, or and it was like one of them off again, on again. It was like one of them things where I knew that's not the person that I wanted to be with for the rest of my life, but I was just there. I kind of just stayed there because I had to, and I felt like I had to, and I was raised traditionally. So I couldn't say that. I couldn't even tell you that I was madly in love with my ex-husband, because I was not. I don't think, like, you know how you love somebody because y'all kind of grew up with each other, y'all kind of grew up together, and you got that love for them, but it was not no romantic, you know, I'm there like, ooh, this is who I see myself with forever. It wasn't that type of love. It was just like, okay, this what it is. Like he didn't even ask me to marry him. Like it was just like one of them things. Like, you want to get married? I want to get married. Let's get married. It was no romantic shit or none of that. So I wouldn't take that as like my biggest L. Like I wouldn't take that as like my biggest heartbreak. But my heartbreak was somebody who I was with for 6 years. He watches my YouTube channel too. Sometimes I was with him for 6 years, and when I tell y'all, like I was head over heels in love with this man. Like, listen, this man couldn't do no wrong, okay? Like, this man was cheating on me and I didn't even know it. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy. But, you know, that was one of the biggest heartbreaks for me. Like, having to go through that, you know, in that relationship, especially the way it ended, you know, that was one of the biggest heartbreaks for me. And I wasn't at that time in life, I really wasn't over it. Like, years had went by and I still wasn't over it. I was literally still holding on, like all of those years, to all of that pain. I was still holding on. I thought that I had got over like my molestation as a kid, or one of my closest relatives being molested, or, you know, well, actually two of my closest relatives being molested. And I really thought I was over all of that. It was so much, and, you know, rejection from family. And like, I just had so much stuff that I thought that I had healed from, and I thought that I was over, and only to realize, damn, you was doing all that shadow work for years and you just wasn't over it. You just wasn't over it. And me and Young Pharaoh was my best friend for 6 years, and strictly like my bestie, like ride or die, like on the phone all the time, helping each other out. I moved to Houston, all of that, like that was my best friend. So when he flipped out on us and all of that stuff started happening, it seemed like literally my whole life, this was my world, and my world just did this real fast, like upside down, like quick, like, bitch, we got you. Ooh, like everything exploded and just flipped upside down. And in the midst of all of that taking place, I was just like, I got stripped of everything. And when I mean everything, y'all, have you ever got stripped of everything. Everything. No house, no car, no job, no food. The only thing I had was my clothes and the stuff I had in storage. When I tell y'all I was stripped of every fucking thing. Oh, I mean everything. No mama, no daddy, no talking to my brothers, no family, no friends that I've been knowing. Like I had my friends, but everybody was far away. I had one friend that had my back. I didn't have nothing. And some of you may look at it and be like, God damn. But I'm going to tell y'all, for those few weeks, and my friend that's here can attest to this, took me like 2 weeks. Y'all, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks I was crying. 2 weeks I was sad. 2 weeks I didn't know what to do with myself, my life. I was so devastated. So the first time I got a man had put his hands on me, I had nothing. I literally had absolutely nothing. And I remember, like, honestly, diligently seeking knowledge. And I already had so much knowledge, y'all. Like, listen, y'all don't even know how amazing and gratitude I am, because I was able to know and know some of the most greatest brilliant minds that has ever walked the conscious community. And not just that, but some of your favorite, most successful celebrities, entrepreneurs, and just I just was so blessed to know some of the most amazing people, been taught by some of the most amazing people, ever. Like, man, like, oh my God, like, just, I know some of the greatest. So I started thinking about all of that stuff that I've learned all over these years, all the people who have poured into me, taught me the knowledge, just some of the greatest, Dick Gregory, like some of the greatest people ever. And it just dawned on me. And I was like, I'm just going to take this time to just be grateful, right? Just be grateful. Because even though through all of that and everything was stripped away, all of my money was gone, no family, no place to live, no food, no nothing, I was still blessed to have one person out of this whole world who cared enough for me to let me have a place to stay and my child to have a place to stay and lay their head. So I was like, let me sit down. And I had to sit down. I had to really think about it. And I had to evaluate, like, all the blessings that I had in that moment. And I had to say, I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I forgot to tell y'all my health issues that I was having. Everything was attacked. Right down to my health, everything was attacked. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Everything was attacked. Right down to my health, So I had to sit back and I'm like, damn, I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I do have food. I can wash my ass. I'm still beautiful. I still look young and vibrant. My son is okay. My son is in school. Like, I had to literally sit back and, like, just go over all the things that I was grateful for. And I started smiling. I just was like, and everybody's like, why are you so happy? Like, girl, you should be sad. Like, what is going on with you? And I just took it and I flipped it. I flipped it all around. I alchemized it and I flipped it around. I was like, boop, boop. It's yours, flip it, yet. It's yours, flip it, yet. I flipped it around, y'all. And so I just started waking up every morning saying, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, And I started slowly but surely seeing things, manifest itself in my life. Everything all the pieces started to come into place. They started to fall into place. And I just, every time I was attacked, I would be like, you know what? I'm not going to take it personal. Every time somebody said something about me or thought that, that thought that I was trying to do something or try to manipulate or try to hurt them or attack me, whatever, whether it was attack or whether it was my perception of what they were trying to do, it don't matter. I just took it and I flipped it into a positive. And I started telling myself, right, Ebony? I started telling myself, I started saying, Catalea, like, it's all about what you think, and it's all about your perception. And I was like, damn, when I had, after, those 2 weeks had went by and I sat with myself and I was really thinking, about my situation. And I was like, damn, all of this stuff came up. I'm not really healed. I'm not really healed. Like, I thought I was healed, but I'm not healed, right? This is months ago. This is this is back in January. This is what I was going through. And I remember coming across this class, this master class. It was two of them. One Billy Carson did, and then another one Billy Carson's girlfriend did, right? Elizabeth Hoekskra. I can't say her name right. But I came across those two. And they were very long. And I watched them both front to back for days and days and days. Like, you can ask my friend over here. So I watched them like days and days. And I was like, damn, I did not know that healing is a choice. I was like, shit, healing is a choice. Did y'all know that? Everybody say, I'm still doing my shadow work. I'm still working on it. I'm trying, Healing is literally a choice. It's a choice, it's a thought, and it's a vibration, right? So then I got to thinking to myself, I said, Catalea, why aren't you healed? You've been doing your shadow work for 10, 15 years. You went to counseling, you did counseling. You got your counseling certification. I'm a certified counselor, y'all. You got your certification to be a counselor. You went to counseling. You've had therapy, psychotherapy. You've meditated. I did shock therapy before. Yeah, I did shock therapy. That's something I haven't told nobody, but I did shock therapy before. I'm like, and you still over here like, I need to be healed. What is the problem? So I'm watching, these classes, and I'm paying attention to them, and they're really good. And they said that healing is a choice. It's a choice. So I have to really sit back and I thought about it. I said, so what's keeping you from healing, Catalea? No, what's keeping you from healing? What's keeping you from replaying when Deshaun left you and he married somebody else and it broke your goddamn heart while y'all was together? What's keeping you from getting past that? What's keeping you from, not necessarily fully being able to fully put your trust in a man, because you've been molested and every man that you've trusted has let you down? Every single one. What's keeping you from doing that? The thought, the memory, the thought, the feeling of what it was. What's holding you back from not trusting your sisters? What's holding you back from not trusting other women? What's the issue? Well, a lot of women have been jealous of me. Issues with my mom that I've had, issues with my aunties and them talking about me, things that I'm replaying all of these things back in my mind, like, and it's like, damn, the main thing is I'm still living in the past. I'm still remembering all the hurt, all the pain, all the things that's happening, and I'm reliving it every single day. And it comes up and it shows up in my life, right? This is what was happening to me. And I'm like, damn, this is why I've been on this healing journey, right? Healing journey. And I haven't been able to heal because I'm still thinking about it. I'm still holding on to the past. I can't let go of it. I'm still holding on to the memory. And the memory is still in my subconscious mind. It's still in my subconscious brain. So what do I do? So every day for, I want to say for 3 months, when everybody was gone to school and work, I would get up and I would tell myself, I can only accept what happened to me in the past, but I cannot go back and fix it. I cannot go back and change it. I can only accept what has happened, learn from it, and move on. Catalea, can you go back and can you change what has happened to you in the past? Can you fix it? No. Why are you still holding on to it? Why are you still holding on to the thought? Why are you still there? What makes you afraid? You know? What makes you afraid of people, women, things, love? Love. You're afraid of love, and you're one of the most loving people that I know, right? So it's like, you know, what is making you do this? You know what I mean? And so it's like, damn. I had to start like really coming to grips with myself and to terms with myself. And I had to say, I accept my past for exactly what it is. I accept my past for exactly what's happened. I can't go back and change it. I can't go back and fix it. But what I can do is live in the moment and create new opportunities. I can create new memories. I can walk in love and be at peace. And I said, some of the main things that were drawn specific in certain people, types of people to me is because we're vibrating on the same frequency. We're both afraid, we're scared, and I was attracting a lot of hurt people because they say that hurt people, right? I was attracting a lot of hurt people, even though some people that I was attracting had a lot of love to give, had a lot of love in their heart, but they still had a lot of hurt. And they still was holding on to a lot of, negativity and past things and past trauma, and it was still around them. And those were the type of people that I would attract in my life. And we always say, why does these people have such an amazing life and they got such amazing, good, powerful people around them? Because they're not holding on to all of that shit. And some of them haven't even been through half the shit you've been through. And so their vibration is on a whole nother level. So they have literally created a fortress of love and peace and a happy vibration around them, so that everything that's within will be drawn to you. Remember that. Everything that's inside will be drawn to you. Literally. You know? So when I started, I would elevate. Like literally, it's been an elevation process for me because even though I don't feel like I have completely met like 100% healed people, and they do exist. Please don't let people tell you that they don't. They exist. They really do exist. Like nobody's 100 complete healed. There are 100% complete healed people out there in this world. They exist. And once you get to that level, you will attract them into your life. Right? And so I've been attracting nothing but positive love and vibrations. And then when certain people come into my fortress, I'd be like, oh, well, what's going on? Okay, let me evaluate that certain part of me. Okay, what's this part of me that, okay, this is I'm still holding on to some type of negative resentment. Let me dig deep. So then I go in there and dig deep in my, I go in and I dig deep inside myself. I said, oh, there you go. I found you. Like I found you. There you go. Oh, that's why you attracted that person, because, oh, you thought you was hiding, bitch. Like, oh, you thought you was going to hide from me. I found you. And I have to deal with that. And then let me work on this part of myself, because this person came into my life for a reason. And they came into my life because I had to look at some part of me that was attracting that energy. Okay, you still there. Let me pull you up from the root, right? and get you up out of here. Let me get you up out of here. Right? And so, yeah, I had to do that. And I'm still going to be on you niggas next. Don't get it twisted. I'm still going to be on y'all next because I am not a feminist. I'm not a feminist. But I really think it's time for women to walk into their power. Like I do. And you guys may disagree with me. Y'all may not like this part of this live, but I swear, like on everything in my heart and soul, like it is time for women to start walking into their power. It's time for women to start understanding that your sisters is not against you. Now, it is some women who are those type of women who will go against you, and they have been trained and programmed and whatever to do that. And let's just let them have what they have, okay? Because that's something we cannot fix or change, right? They're going to be there. They're going to be there. You know, it's a program within a program. And until something clicks in their mind for them to wake up and understand who they are and walk in their power, then it's never going to happen. You know, it's never going to happen. So I'm going to continue to be all about woman empowerment because I'm a woman, right? I'm going to continue to be on that path. So nothing that nobody can say to knock me off of that path. That's what I'm going to continue to talk about: sisterhood, woman empowerment, loving on each other, starting tribes and tribes within each other, helping each other, pulling our resources together. I'm going to always be about that no matter what. Okay? But that doesn't mean that I'm against brothers, right? That doesn't mean that I'm against brothers. What I believe in is not the nuclear family in the way that Europeans have taught us, right? Not even from the 1970s, not even from the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and the 30s. Fuck all of that. I am truly into nature, the way that it was intended, tribalism, for us to be family, the way that the family should be. You know, women over here, women holding each other accountable, working together, you know, building things together. The brothers over here, brothers holding each other accountable, working together, building together. They have their leader, the women have their leader. You know, of course, we're going to have family. We're going to all be one big ass tribe, you know, growing our food together, living together, protecting each other, doing all that. That's my mentality, that it takes a village to raise a child, right? That everything should be together, you know? The village mentality, the tribal mentality, the we are all one mentality, the okay, you're a man and I'm a woman, and we all have our unique and innate roles that we play to make this village run smoothly. Okay? That's my mindset. My mindset is getting back to the way that things should be, getting back to the way that things were, right? Not this European, this way. Let me tell you, the way that we have things set up is not gonna work. I don't care if men come back into the home and men and women are both into the home, and I don't care if you know how they say the way that these European standards go, man is the provider and protector. The woman is in the home cooking and cleaning and whatever, and then it's the children, right? And that's the home. That's not gonna work. We're not Europeans. They're not us. That's not gonna work. Who's gonna hold the woman accountable when she start messing up? There's no big mama, right? There's no big mama holding her accountable. Who's going to hold that brother accountable when he starts slacking off and he not doing what he needs to do? There's no tribe of brothers to get him right and come and check him and get him in his place, right? When that woman falls sick and she's ill and she done had a whole bunch of kids and there's nobody coming to help her take care and run that family. There's no aunts and cousins coming in and taking care of her and the family while she's sick, and there's none of that. That's why the way that the family is structured, the way that they have programmed our mind, it's not going to work. It is not going to work, okay? It's just not. The nuclear family will never work for melanated people. I don't think it's going to work for any people, whether they're melanated or not, because it's not the way of nature. Tribalism, family, that's the way of nature. Oneness, being connected, having everybody, these sector of people holding each other accountable, the women holding the women accountable, the men holding the men accountable, the women coming together to raise the kids, to teach the kids. Okay, it's your ship, you're gonna come into we got you, then you're gonna be able to do whatever you want to do. Okay, well, Catalina's gonna have the kids at 3 to 4, and but then she gotta go, and then April's gonna come over here, and that's the way that it used to be. That is the way it used to. We don't have that. So people get mad at me when I be like telling them, like, the way that European families and the way that we think in our mind that families are supposed to go, it's never going to work. We're arguing and fighting an endless battle that is not going to work for our people, because we are natural people. We are people of the sun. We are nature. We go with the tides of nature. Look at animals. All animals are communal except for a few. A few animals. A lot of reptilians. Animals travel in twos. That type of thing. Reptilian. Certain animals. I mean, I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but if you can understand what I'm saying, they have the nuclear family type of separate by themselves. They have that type. But most vast majority of animals travel in packs and tribes. The bigger the animal, the larger the pack in the tribe. Lions, tribe. Monkeys, tribe. Really, monkeys or primates or whatever you want to call them are the closest to us, right? And the way that they travel in tribes, they travel in big, huge communes. You got the men over here and the women over here. The women govern the women, the men govern the men. They still make babies. They still do their thing. They still do, what they do. Okay, make the babies. They still couple up. But for the most part, they're all together, right? And each male, the males govern the males and the women govern the women. The men hold the men accountable. The women hold the women accountable. Like, they have this innate natural law and natural nature of dominance. It's an alpha female and it's an alpha male. If you don't believe me, Google it. Look it up. Look into the animals. Even when the lions, right? Let's say, have you guys ever, like, because I watched the Discovery Channel. Like, I don't know if you guys do, but even if you watch, like, lions, because they say, lions are more polygamous. It's one male, one lion to, a whole bunch of lioness. But even in that scenario, right? Even in that scenario, even though they have, like, their own pack or their own tribes, they also have relative tribes, right? Even in that scenario. And so even in those relative tribes, you don't think that male lion won't be challenged for his position by another relative or family tribe if they think he's slipping? Oh, he gonna get pulled up out of there real quick if they think he's slipping. They gonna fuck his ass up. And in even most cases, the women will turn on his ass. They will turn on him and beat his ass up and kick him out. I have seen it. I don't know if y'all watch it, but the women turn on him, whoop his ass if he fuck up, and beat his ass. And every one of those, like, packs that they got in the lions, right? They all have one alpha female, and then they have the lion, and then they have the other, and they have the lioness. That's just how it's ran. I don't know if y'all watch it, but y'all got to pay attention. They have one alpha female who make sure that all the other lioness is in line, and then they have these two that's in sync like this. They run the show. And if that male gets out of line, those ladies will kill his ass, or another contender will come and fuck his ass up and take his place in his women. That's how it runs. So if we really talking about, okay, how should we be in nature, that's how it should go. to all this male bashing and women bashing, and it's never going to work the way that it is. The way that it's going is it's just not going to work. You said that's how your family used to move in the country in Jamaica. Hey, that's how my family moved. Like, we all went over to Big Mama's house. You know, we all was together. If somebody couldn't watch us, then this person did. Like, it was different, you know. And we used to, even though we were not really operating completely like that, we were more closer to that back in the day than we are now. Until we get to that level and we stop thinking like in this European mindset and this European frequency, the way that they got us programmed and trained through television and all of these things, and they got us thinking that the tribal way was bad and, you know, prehistoric and all. And no, that's the way to really go, and that's the way we about to go. Oh yes, it's about to we about to go right on back. All this technology we got, y'all think? Wait till them CMEs hit this motherfucker. Wait till them CMEs hit this earth. And all this electricity and the way we gonna have to go right back to doing things the way we used to. And y'all gonna not understand what's going on. We're gonna have to be cooking outside and starting our fire. We're not gonna have no air conditioners. All the things. Just watch when the power grid shut down. We're going to be forced to go back into nature. We're going to be forced to go into tribalization. Like, things going to get real messed up. I ain't going to lie, because people going to be trying to keep the structure the way that it is. They're going to be trying to keep things the way that it is. And Mother Nature is not having it no more, right? You know, they telling us all these wars are about to take place and all this. Let me tell you, Mother Nature going to mess this place up before all of that even begins to go down. And it could be being messed up while it's going down. But I suggest you guys, you know, start getting your survival tactics together, getting your guns together, getting your woods together, food, all of that checked up, because it is going to go down. And a lot of y'all ain't going to be able to make it. Unfortunately, the earth is heating up. And people think that they safe just because they black. You're not safe because you black. It's about the frequency that you're vibrating on. The sun will reject you. The energy will reject you if you're not vibrating on the higher frequency, and that's the frequency of love. If you still harboring things in your heart for people, if you still, you know, got past hurt, pain, fear, hate, any of that in your energy field, in your aura, you know, that low frequency, you're going to get wiped out. It's people getting wiped out left and right. They said 800 and something people died recently in Mexico because of the heat. They claim it's because of the heat. A lot of them, they was like, I don't even know what happened. 800 and some. That's going to start being more prominent. And it has nothing to do with what they probably telling you. It's because that sun, it don't matter what skin complexion you are. It doesn't matter if you blacker than black. It don't matter if you high yellow, white, purple, pink, blue, orange. If you not vibrating on the frequency that you need to vibrate on, if them nanoparticles is in your body, if you got all of that stuff going on and you on that low frequency, you're not gonna make the shift. And that goes for me and anybody. If I'm doing that, if y'all see something happen to me, I didn't make the cut, but god damn it, at least I'm trying. Physical, mental, spiritual, earth is a training ground. What? Right. Right. But I've been watching like a lot of things on NDE. I don't know if y'all know what NDE is. That's near death experiences. I've been watching a lot of those lately. And it's super dope just to hear the stories and go back and see like what people experience and what they come back to tell us. And they come back to tell us that half of the things that we think that are important, half of the things that we're worried about does not mean anything. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. The war between man and woman, it don't mean shit. Mm-mm. That car that you want so bad, that don't mean nothing. Nope. That relationship that you thought was so important, it don't mean nothing. Hell, the people, the family members in your life that you hold to some high regard, that you have in this big old huge I can't live without you attachment to. I'm not saying that don't be nothing, but you're all connected. You're all connected, and your whole process behind it is so wrong. Nobody is never away from you. They're always going to be connected to you. Everybody is connected. So if that person leaves this earth and you're like, oh my God, they're gone, they're not gone. They're always with you. They're connected. You guys are one. You guys are one. So all the attachments that y'all have here, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. When you get through your mind that none of this shit matters, the only thing that matters is the highest frequency, and that's love. Love, oneness, fulfilling your purpose. We're here to fulfill our purpose. And the main purpose is to spread what? Love. And to learn how to operate a physical body and be in the physical. This is the hardest class. That's right. Earth is a training ground. This is the hardest class you'll ever get through. If you could pass this class, God damn it, you can go anywhere in the galaxy. You a bad motherfucker. If you can survive here on this earth, you bad as hell. Think about it that way. If you can get, it's people from other galaxies that be like, I don't want to go there. No, sir. I'm not going to Earth. You a cold mother sucker if you can come to Earth. I just want to let you know that. Pat yourself on the back. You bad. If you can survive this. Because it's not easy. Earth is not easy. Man, we just got to learn how to detach ourselves from the physical. And just the way I see this life and the way I keep trucking on, and I'll be like, damn, that shit don't even matter no way. Why hold on to the anger and the hurt and the pain? That shit don't matter. It's low vibrational. Why hold on to low vibrations? Let it go, y'all. Every person who's ever done you wrong, let it go. That fucked up relationship you've been holding on to, let it go. It ain't serving you no purpose. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. That's all I got to say, y'all. We've been here for an hour, but thank you guys for rocking with me. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with me. I love you guys. Love and light. Peace and blessings. This was nice. It was random. It was random as hell. But we here. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. What's up, Sky? Ebony, Malika. Hold on. Who else? Who else up in here? Starseed, my girl Starseed. Starseed, I'm going down the line. Hold on. Water Sniper. Okay. Thank y'all. Much love to you guys. Light, thank you for showing up. No, thank you guys for showing up. I love you guys. I will be back. We're going to be frequent in this. I don't care, like, if I can't stream on Facebook, and I don't care. So, we'll still be back. I miss my YouTube family. I love you guys. We're going to be talking about more stuff. And then, I'm about to get a new computer soon. Ooh, and I'm moving soon. Ooh, she moving. Oh, I'm getting a car soon. Oh, your girl is doing it. Oh, I love you guys. So, what's up, Glenda? How you doing? Peace. Anyways, I'm out, y'all. Y'all take care. Watch the replay, Glenda. Bye-bye, y'all. Peace.